Seems like giving these guys a little breathing room took care of the problem, or at least I hope. I had been helping our own bee move to a new location. She was relocating and we were moving her house. I got a call from Mrs. Badger, and she said that there was some crazy activity going on at one of the hives in the back, the fourth hive, which we call Troy. So I took a break from all the packing and unpacking that was occurring with our own bee and decided it was time to come home and take a look at all 5 hives. What I do whenever I work the bees is I try to take the equipment back that I expect to use. In this case, I expected to use a couple of screens. I expected to use a new bottom board for the one hive, and I also knew that our feeder jars needed to be refilled as well. So you try to do as much prep work as possible before you actually dig into the hives. By now, our 2 new packages should have lots of capped brood if the queens have been doing their job correctly, which I think they were. But I was going to dig into this one, which is the one that we had a questionable queen on. I hadn't quite seen what I wanted to see before, and let's look for some brood. Oh, that's a good sign. That's a good sign. Happy bees. I'll take the shim off. All I want to see today is eggs. If I see larvae and eggs, we're going to let these guys be and change their bottom board. Well, quite frankly, more than eggs. Really, at this point in time, I wanted to see capped brood. It had been, 20 days. It was time. I believe I see the queen. Right there in the middle. Hopefully, I can ID her. I don't know why she's on this frame, but you just never know where you're gonna find a queen. Now, let's see if she's been doing her queenly duties. Hard to say there. Not seeing anything yet. That, of course, is the big thing. Is she a laying queen? If she's a laying queen, I'll be very happy. Brood and larva. Brood and larva. It looks fairly old, but I haven't been in here in a few days. So, queen, brood, and larva. That's good. Younger vestiges of the same. I'm happy. And those are just nice blankets of brood, so I'm going to say happy with this hive. Let's swap the bottom board to a screen bottom board. Try not to squish anybody in the process. Blank frame back at the end. Take the water off a little bit and move it over. Boom. And boom. There you go, guys. Girls, brother. I don't know what that little white dust is, but I'm not sure what it is, but don't worry about that one. These guys relocated. Possibly where they were. And we're going to put on a standard inner cover, deep side down, since there's a little bit of patty left. Inner covers have a shallow side and a deep side. If you leave the deep side down, there's always a chance they're going to produce some burr comb. But if you have something in the hive, like a patty, well, you got to do that.
work their way back into the hive. Mrs. Badger tells me they were bearding this morning. So, we're going to start by pulling the entrance reducer out. And we'll throw a screen on them as well.
Bearding can occur if a hive gets too hot inside, or if there's a big hatch out, or...
I'm going to take one fast look inside this upper super.
if they're in the process of swarming.
Brood. Brood. Happy. So you get a screen. You girls find your way back into the hive. You should be fine. A little light on the top. This was a storming hive. Hope they didn't swarm.
There was nothing hanging in the trees around the park, so I was hoping they hadn't swarmed, but you just never know with bees.
Gonna do a quick brood check. Lots of bees, but I think I can take this spacer off before they start building serious comb there. Too late, already building serious comb there.
This was our other new package of bees.
Brood, larva, brood. I've seen enough. Good hive. Check the screen, see if there's anything interesting. Happy with this hive. This hive was a little weak last time we checked. This is the one that we had a bunch of stores up top for. And I still haven't eaten them all off. Probably time to take these stores off.
I keep calling them stores, but that's
Some
sugar
of them.
cakes. Obviously the stores would be the honey in the super, which isn't there.
There's a lot in bloom now. I want to take a little bit of a look on this hive, just to make sure that we're queen right, and that everything's kosher. Now, we got drone brood. A nice buzz, yet not a crazy buzz. Good sign that they are queen right. And we're just going to pull frame right out of the middle. Good brood. Some drone mixed in. Putting you all back together. I'm going to screen them. I'm not expecting any more freezes. So now we're going to move over to our crazy hive. Or it was last week. Who knows? This is the hive that was going crazy last week. More mellow this week. Everyone knows. I'm hoping that's a good sign.
Well, they were banging on the camera and on my veil quite a bit, so I'm not sure they were mellow.
Actually, they are. They were building comb between the supers. See plenty of queen cups. I don't know that I see any queen cells. I'm gonna let them be for another week. I think last week these guys were just overheated. And screen top cover on the 3 older hives. The newer hives are still have entrance reducers on, feed on, and regular inner covers. I'm gonna let them build a little bit more. Now it's just a matter of cleaning up, but other than that, I think we're in pretty good shape this week. So see you next week.